Alright. What up, it's Shankster94, and welcome to my 103rd weekly Q&A. I am your host, the Gamer Shankster, also known as Shankster94. This is a place for you guys to ask questions, receive answers, communicate with each other, have pitiful comment wars, and yada yada yada. Alright, so who do we got here? We got the one and only W, also known as Wyatt, the number one Q&A contender out of, in the entirety of them, really. And we got Farragut the Fearless, yeah, who just made it. And U.S. Army 916 just popped in. What's up? These are all people who do attend these Q&As rather frequently. These are all people. Fairgale and U.S. Army are two people I really would consider to be the third guest in the 104th Q&A, but no one speaks out, or I guess no one has the capabilities of doing it. Alright, so let's... Yeah, Wyatt, you asked a question, so I'm starting the timer. Here we go. Read all. Do I feel an impending sense of finality, even doom, knowing that the Q&As are coming to an epic, bitter, long time coming, earth-shattering end? The kind of epic finality that... the finality that gives me an unwavering sense of clarity and steely determination to see this thing through to the absolute bitter end. Can I not feel the doors and windows of this chapter in my life closing? Not in the sense you do, obviously. I am simply ready for these to come to an end. It was a great run, 2 years. I'm going to have a huge weight lifted off my shoulders after the 104th. No offense to you guys. Because, yeah, the week thing is getting old and getting hard to maintain. So that's why I'm done with the weeklies after the 104th one. Feargale, who put an ad at the start of this Q&A? I did, I guess, because I still monetize these things. What's up, U.S. Army? CJ, yeah, I'm doing good, thank you. I'm doing pretty good. I hope you guys realize this is the last standard Q&A. This is the last one that is this normal. So, this one is leaving a mark of its own. Glitched boy, did I see endgame? No, and absolutely no endgame spoilers in the chat, people. I'm not going to be able to see it for like 2 more weeks or so. Alright. Night Kid, you forgot why 104 is the final Q&A. Can I explain why one more time? It's because it is the 2-year anniversary, and I personally decided that it's going to be the last weekly one. The Q&As aren't ending. It's just the weekly basis is ending. It's going to convert to monthly after 104. So you guys will see me like this only once a month instead of once a week. So only 12 times a year. Alright, Feargale, you have the capabilities emotionally, but you don't exactly have the technical capabilities to do so because you never use Google Hangout or Skype. That's alright, man. That's why it's a requirement, I guess. If you don't have the requirements, then you can't make it. It's no big deal. Like I said, that do you have a webcam? Do you have a webcam or and a microphone? We can chat it out right now during the stream. Wyatt, no what's up news of the week question this time. Just your above opener leave a lingering sense of fateful finality and subtle dread here at the beginning of the end. Making such a huge deal out of it. It's making this big thing, even though it's just our little tiny community who even knows about it. Alright. Fairgale, quickly check out Hangout while you still can. Oh yeah, check it out, and if you find out how it works, maybe you could be the third guest, because be happy. What? Do I think the weekly Q&As will ever return? No. Most likely not. Not with my current mindset and schedule, but I really do not see a need to bring them back ever again afterward. Colin, been a while since you've seen one of these Q&As. Been really busy. Yes, it has been. But yeah, I've been doing good. Very, very slow on the content creating, though. Especially now, because if you guys saw my community post, my awesome Yeti microphone's USB jack basically took a turd. So I do not have an awesome microphone right now. As you could obviously see here, I'm back to this stupid thing. So, yeah. But this is what you guys grew up with me with. So, Wyatt, best and worst Q&A memory as we head into the home stretch. The worst Q&A memory is kind of easy. It's probably the one I did while my car was stolen. I just wasn't in the best mood that one, I feel like. The best Q&A memory is the donation war between you and Bill Plumley. For me, yeah. Seriously. Hey, Nova Pride Gamer. U.S. Army 916. What did happen to Umbrella? According to Resident Evil 7, it's like more benevolent officials took it over and started calling it Blue Umbrella. I wouldn't necessarily say banned Wyatt, but that will definitely earn them a timeout on this Q&A. Fearless. So you think you'll be able to be the third guest because it looks simple enough for a baby? How dumb if you... Really? Well then, at some point we need to test that out because it's good if we're all ready to go before the big day, you know. So maybe after this Q&A, maybe me, you, and Wyatt should give it a try. Possibly. We'll see. It's up to you, and if you have the time. Smith Wesson, how long until Resident Evil 2 weapon reviews? Unfortunately, man, it's gonna be longer than I wanted it to be because right now I don't have proper equipment to continue the review. So yeah, right now it's put on hold. But all I have left to record are like half of the weapons, testing them out, and then all of the weapons tested against enemies. That is all I have to record. So, yeah. Yeah. What was I doing before the Q&A? What will I be doing afterward? Before the Q&A, I was actually watching Inuyasha with my girlfriend. It's an anime a lot of people probably know about. It's been around for a long time, but I actually just started it up since my girlfriend owned it. And so far I'm liking it. Inuyasha. After the Q&A, Wyatt, I am going to go and grab some Costco pizza. Yeah, which will answer your next question. Maybe. What did I last eat and drink? What would I most prefer to eat and drink next? Pretty sure you skipped this question in the last one. Yeah, I have the drink, by the way. So yeah, I'll be drinking this over the stream. It's another one of those clear waters. Golden peach flavor, so I feel like this one's going to be really good. Peach is really good. Tastes like peach and soda. I'll rate this, Wyatt, 85 out of 100. It's pretty good. Anyway, so what did I last eat and drink, Wyatt? The last thing I ate and drank was okay. It was basically a Philly cheesesteak from Denny's, and the last thing I drank was, believe it or not, it was a green smoothie. It was a green tropical smoothie that had spinach blended in it. So it was like a very healthy smoothie. It was really good though. Didn't even taste the spinach. I'm gonna make some mouths water on this stream, maybe. Okay, how far behind am I? Am I like super behind? I'm not too behind, but just in case, guys, I'm gonna slow you down just a little bit. I'm gonna put a 60-second slow mode on. 60 seconds, so just 1 minute. Not too slow. Alright, so to return to the question, what would I most prefer to eat and drink next? Well, what I prefer is what I'm going to eat, is pizza. And drink, it's probably going to be Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Either that or lemonade. Alright. CJ, have I seen someone with an umbrella that looks like the umbrella logo? Not around, no. Have not seen that yet. I'm waiting for it. Nova Proud, yes, I switched back to the mic. It's pathetic. I am not putting any part of Resident Evil 2 weapon reviews with this mic. Absolutely not. And that is the ultimate reason why it's on hold right now. Because I need to get another good mic, which is on the way. I could actually show you guys the mic that I ordered that's due to arrive by tomorrow. Hopefully it doesn't take me too long, because here it is. Come on, show the actual product, please. There we go. Alright, so this is what I ordered. It's called the Audio Technica ATR 2500. It's another USB microphone. It's cardioid condenser. So it's exactly what I need. And it was a bit cheaper than the Yeti. So that's nice. Oh, my phone dimmed. There you go. So hopefully that will be just as good as the Yeti, or at least decent. It will obviously be better than this thing, but... CJ, what's my favorite video on my channel up to date? My favorite video of my own. It's probably the ultimate... Sorry for the shake. It's probably the ultimate weapon showcase. Yeah, the ultimate weapon showcase is my favorite video. Because it's just a compilation of all of my weapon reviews, basically, into one video, but with the reviewing taken out. It's like a giant showcase of all the weapons in all the games. I plan on updating that one day, very soon probably, since I've added like 2, maybe 3 more games since that could go into that whole thing. Alright. I love Tamiya Mini 4WD. Hello. I'm just gonna address you as I love Tamiya. U.S. Army 916. Have I heard of Has-Been Hotel? I feel like I have, but I have no idea where I heard that. Fairgale, how do you get to me on Hangouts? That is a good question. Hangouts really is complicated sometimes. Basically, you have to have the email address of the person you want to hang out with. So either I need to give you my email address or you need to give me yours. We'll work it out after the stream, dude, if you want. Because I don't know if we should be revealing that information over a stream, you know? CJ, do I know of a YouTube channel called Yeti112? Yes, I do. He makes parodies. Yep. If I do, what's my favorite video on that channel? I feel like his older parodies were better. It's probably Resident Evil 4 parody, really. Yeah. Wyatt, you have on your phone an image that contains all of the endgame spoilers written out in a brief summary. If you shared this with me and ruined the movie of the decade for me, what would my reaction be? You would never do this, by the way. Well, even if you did send it, as soon as I started seeing it, what it was, I would stop looking at the picture. But yeah, if you had the nerve to send me that, especially if it was during the stream, I would actually put you in timeout twice. So you would lose 10 minutes. At least on your main account. But your main account's the only moderator, so you would have to do the whole slow mode workaround thing that you know of. Alright, enough of that. Slow mode, Nova Proud? Yeah, it forces you to hold on a minute after each chat. Smith Wesson, have I started working on it yet? On the weapon review yet? Yes, definitely. I don't know if you've seen my community posts, but I do I do a progress report like every once in a while. So yeah, I'm definitely working on it, dude. And it's more than halfway done. If that actually makes you guys' hearts jump a little bit. Glitch Boy, have I recorded the weapon testing for RE2 Remake? Half of them. Only half of them. That is what I was last working on, is testing the weapons out. The thing is, I don't record my weapon reviews in the exact order that you guys see them. I actually break it up into sections, and I could record any section at any time. So it's all mixed together. So basically, weapon testing, enemy testing, descriptions, they're all separate sections, and I only have 2 left to record, and that's weapon testing and enemy testing. And I'm halfway done with weapon testing with all the weapons. So you could say I'm about 75% done with the weapon review total. Something like that. About, yeah. So yeah, I'm close, guys. I'm not too far away. Just what I have left to record is like the hardest bit and the most time consuming. I got all the easy stuff done first. Alright. I'm going really slow myself. I need to pick it up, because slow-mo's not going to help me here. A lot of questions about RE2 weapon review. I like it, but at the same time, it's slightly annoying, because, like, it tells me you guys don't look at my community posts. Best and worst thing about my recent equipment breakdown. Thanks, Wyatt. There is no best thing. If anything, the best thing is it made me learn that the Yeti is a very popular microphone, but it's also very delicate, I guess. The worst thing, it's halting my weapon review for you awesome subscribers. And it made my voice turn to shit again. Why, if you saved my life, would I consider you a brother? A really good friend. Alright, retracted message from I Love Tamiya. CJ, which Resident Evil game has the best zombies, in my opinion? The best zombies? Which game? The best zombies. Really, Resident Evil 2 Remake makes them probably a little more realistic. Like, the older games, it was so easy to dodge them all the time. This one, it's not that easy to dodge them. So I'm going to say Resident Evil 2 Remake has the most realistic zombies. Has the best zombies. Because they're the most realistic. That's how I see it. Dallas Martinez, how am I doing? I'm doing well. I'm doing great. You went to prom yesterday. It sucked. No food, no good drinks, and no good songs. Sorry to hear, dude. Why, have I ever had Mr. Pibb soda, which is similar to Dr. Pepper? Yes, I have. I've had Pibb Extra. If you came over to visit me and I caught you peeing into my kitchen sink, what would I do? I'd be like, are you retarded, dude? I love Tamiya. Who's my favorite Transformers character? It's very close between Bumblebee and Optimus Prime. 2 main characters. Go figure, huh? Yeah. Wyatt, has anyone ever called me Mr. Bletcher? Yeah, several times. CJ, what's my favorite version of Leon? My favorite version of Leon. Really, probably his degeneration form. Yeah. Night Kid, they should make a crossover with Resident Evil and Matrix. The guy in the sunglasses would ask the protagonist, choose the red or blue umbrella. There you go. Feargale, you're totally up for it. Okay, well, it looks like for now we have a great contender for it to be the third guest for Q&A 104. So, yeah, Feargale. Yeah, let's Let's try to work something out right after this Q&A. Nova Proud, what was my reaction to knowing that the Yeti mic stopped working? I was livid inside. I didn't like yell out or anything. I was just frustrated, and I shoved the cord into the trash can. Wyatt, would it weird me out if anyone called me Mr. Shankster? I would just be, it's a little too formal for that. So don't lose the Mister. CJ, what's my favorite organization logo in the Resident Evil universe? It's definitely Umbrella. Hello. Wyatt, if I Skyped called you and saw you and a girl completely naked, dude, have a little decency on the stream, man. There are kids around, probably, maybe, possibly. I'm not finishing reading that question. Point is, I'll answer that real quick. I would slam my laptop door shut. My screen shut. CJ, what's my favorite version of Wesker? His remake version, yeah. Night Kid, what pizza did I have that I didn't like? Hope this doesn't come off as... No, a Mexican pizza. No, wasn't that good. U.S. Army, best and worst assault rifle. The best assault rifle, in my opinion, is the M4A1 in Resident Evil 3. The worst assault rifle is the AK-74 in Code Veronica. Or is it the 47? I don't know. Dallas Martinez, what's one song... Whoa, it just forced me down big time. Okay, I actually just realized I am very far behind now, so I am going to crank it up to 150 seconds. That is 2.5 minutes. That is halfway of the maximum I could give you. Alright. Alright. Where was I, since it forced me to the bottom just a second ago? What's one song that I haven't heard in a while? By what you mean a while is longer than 7 years ago. Hell, if I remember a song like that, since it's been that long since I've heard it, I wouldn't remember it. CJ, what's my favorite version of Claire? My favorite version of Claire is her Code Veronica version. Yeah, yippers. Colin, pineapple on pizza, yay or nay? For me, nay. For everyone else, I don't care. What do I do with the empty bottles of drinks that you send me? Throw them away, recycle them, or keep some of them? Since it's small enough to fit in my trash can, I actually just throw it in there because we don't have a recycle bin. But if it can't fit in the trash can, I walk all the way to the recycle bin at my complex. I recycle like a lot of cardboard and stuff. I don't recycle plastic very much. What movie I had to pee the worst during the theater, assuming it's happened to me at all? That's funny because I could actually accurately answer that question. Believe it or not, it was Captain Marvel. Yeah, that was horrible. Butchered the last half of the experience, maybe a little bit. Baby Whale, will I ever consider doing a different weapon review on other games than Resident Evil? Absolutely not. With all 4 of your question marks, I return 4 exclamation points. No! CJ, what's my favorite version of Jill? That's a good one. 3. Definitely 3. Night Kid, you forgot to mention this in the last stream, but since I'm now a smoker, don't smoke constantly because your brother almost does, and he has a small rash with tiny red dots. Starts with the C. You don't know the name. Well, I don't smoke all day every day. I smoke once, maybe twice a day on average. So, I really don't smoke a whole lot. I'm not a chain smoker. I'm not even a hardcore stoner, really. I'm a casual stoner. I feel like is the best way to describe me. And I never smoke by myself. But at the same time, I'm like never alone anymore. So, Wyatt, in which scenario would my girlfriend be better off? You kill me and you steal her, or an El Gigante kills. Well, yeah, I would rather a human being steal her than a fucking murderous creature. So yeah. CJ, what's my favorite version of Chris? My favorite version of Chris is his 7. 7. Yeah. Glitched boy, what's the weirdest thing I've ate or drank The weirdest thing I've ever eaten or drank? It was this it was this candy from Mexico. It's what they called candy. It was extremely like hot and bitter. I have no idea what it was called. I love Tamiya. What's my favorite version of the rocket launcher? the M the M66. It's the classic the green four barreled rocket launcher. Yeah. Wyatt, who would win in a vicious fight to the death, Sheva or Jessica? Would I like to see this fight in a future Resident Evil game and Chris' stunningly well choreographed 4K 60 FPS cutscene? I wouldn't care about that, but between them, I think Sheva's gonna win. Oh yeah. Also, CJ, you hope I don't mind you asking. What's my favorite version of Resident Evil characters as individual questions? No, I don't mind them at all. It targets a specific element in the series, and so it makes it easier for me to ask it rather than a vague like favorite. It's a vague favorite, you know. Why do I own a mouse pad? If so, what does it look like? Yeah, I do. I'm sure I've shown it in these streams before. Yep, here's another umbrella logo. That's my mouse pad. Alright. Feargale, you don't know why you didn't ask me this after I finished it, but after going through all that Resident Evil 2 Remake has to offer, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would I rate Resident Evil 2 Remake? 10 out of 10. It's my new favorite Resident Evil game. Why are we going to get an equipment update video for my new microphone? No. I'm not going to do a whole video on it like I did with the other equipment. No, I'll just do a community post and have a picture of me, like, yelling into it or something. Alright. Just a quick and very important Resident Evil lore fun fact that I must read all of slowly, no speed reading. Fuck you. Svetlana Belikova is from the Eastern Slav Republic, which essentially makes her Slavic, or more specifically, Eastern Slav Republican. That said, the Eastern Slav Republic is fictional anyway, but in the very least, she is Eastern European, and most definitely not Russian. Okay, I don't give a shit, dude. Sue me. What's my favorite thing about the place I live in now? I don't have to answer if it is personal. That's fine. My favorite thing about the place I live in? It's comfy. It does have central AC, so that's cool. Butch boy, what was my favorite? What was my favorite Magnum headshot? Probably my my favorite Magnum headshot. It's probably the 10-inch Desert Eagle headshot from Resident Evil 2 because I got multiple zombies that way. I know I could do that in modern games, but it's just not as cool for me. We're in the end game now, boys. $5 super chat just to say that. Well, coolio, dude. You're awesome. Nova Proud Gamer, what do I prefer, third-person games or first-person games? Well, between the two, I do like third-person more. Like, overall. Now, if someone pays attention to me very closely, they'll probably call me out on something right now, which I'll get in front of them before they do. I did say that I do like the first person in Resident Evil more than the over-the-shoulder third person. However, that is because I feel like the over-shoulder third person is getting overused a lot more than the fixed camera angles. And, like, fixed camera angle is my favorite perspective in the Resident Evil franchise. Which I want to say is a form of third person. Not sure. But, yeah. So, games, though, I prefer third person over first person shooters. Dallas Martinez, has anyone ever sent me a link in any of these streams before? Yeah. There's one right below you. Using the following shortened link, look up who Chev's voice actress is. Karen Dyer, and tell you how attractive I think she is on a scale of 0 to 100. 80. She's pretty dang attractive. Alright. Night Kid, have I ever played Call of Duty Zombies? Yeah, and I hate it, and I despise it. What's my favorite sandwich? Don't say a Jill sandwich. I know, man. My favorite kind of sandwich really is probably... It's steak and cheese. Steak and cheese sandwich. Thomas Rechtenwald, you were finally able to make it to a Q&A. How's it going? It's going good, dude. CJ, what Resident Evil treasure would I like in real life? the Heart of Africa from Resident Evil 5. Wyatt, most and least favorite thing about my 5th permanent subscriber notice, where I announce the Q&As. My most favorite thing is the fact that I was introducing them. My least favorite thing is also the fact that I introduced them, and sometimes I regret ever starting them. Not in a horrible way, though. Will I take down the 5th permanent subscriber notice upon completion of the weekly Q&As and update the channel with a new notice regarding the monthly Q&As? If not, will the monthly Q&As get their own notice at all? No and no, because the way I see it, the 5th permanent subscriber notice is introducing Q&As in general. If I titled it Weekly Q&As, introducing weekly Q&As, I'll simply change the title. And I'll make... It's too bad annotations don't exist anymore, because otherwise I would put an annotation saying these are now monthly. Long 3-part question, but I must read it all slowly. Dude, are you trying to tick me off right now? I'm actually doing alright right now, but your questions are actually getting on my nerves because the way you're wording it, it's like you're deliberately trying to get under my skin, and it's not funny. So, screw your weed slowly. It's not like you have any power to do anything. So, which scenario do I prefer? In order to hook up with Ada, you betray me by trapping me in a canyon with El Gigante, who kills me by picking me up and slamming me into the ground, or in order to hook up with Sheba... I really don't give a shit. Like, I'm like really close to just skipping this, man, because I really don't need these long questions right now. And do you realize you're the only guy lately who does irk me in these Q&As? Do you not realize that? That should be a red flag to you, dude. Like, you're the only guy, you're the only person lately who ticks me off, who's a regular contender. Anyway, I have to restart this damn question because I already lost my focus. Long three-part question. In order to hook up with Ada, you betray me by trapping me in the canyon with El Gigante, who kills me by picking me up and slamming me into the ground. Or B, hook up with Sheva. You betray me by locking me in a room with the Reaper, who violently picks me up and stabs me with death with its stingers, like how it does in Resident Evil 5. If you successfully hook up in either scenario like a champ, you successfully hook up in either scenario. Where's the third part? Oh, I see, because that's... So what's the question? Which scenario do I prefer? The Sheva scenario. CJ, what's my favorite holiday of the year? Christmas. Firgo, obviously I know as far as Magnum rounds go, there's 357, 44, and 50 AE. However, did I know that there's a such thing as a 45 Magnum round? Yes, I did. Thomas Rechtenwald, you can't wait for me to do the Let's Play of RE4. You're waiting patiently for me to get there. There were quite a few people, including Wyatt. Long time ago, he had the nerve to ask me, can I just skip to Resident Evil 4 right now? CJ, do I think Dead Rising and Resident Evil would be a good crossover? It's one of the only things I could think of to be a crossover for Resident Evil is Dead Rising. Wyatt, trivia question, who's plays Barry in Resident Evil Retribution? Kevin Durant? Is that right? Hmm. No, it's something Durand. Kevin Durand. Yeah. So I was right. I just mispronunciated. Kevin Durand. All right. Man. All right. So because that question earlier from Wyatt put me in not so great a mood, I'm now just gonna... If I see a question I don't feel like answering, I'm not going to. Because, yeah, we really didn't need that. That just killed it, sort of. This was a good Q&A up until that. What? Night Kid, what does message retracted? It means you deleted your own message before you deleted your own message, basically. CJ, would I like to see dogs make an appearance as co-op characters in Resident Evil games? Co-op characters? Oh, dogs. Yes. Yes. I don't know why that hasn't been done yet. I love Tamiya. What's my favorite jump scare on Resident Evil? Favorite jump scare in all the series? That's really hard to answer. There's too many. But one of my favorites of all times really is the liquor coming out of the skylight in Resident Evil 2, the original, in the second scenario. Yeah. My reaction if you got 3 wishes from a genie and one of the wishes you asked for us to be brothers, Wyatt, I'd be like, thanks for consenting with me on the matter. And while we may be brothers now by wish, I hate you. Do you think that death feels cold and terrifying or warm and calming, assuming it's not an instant death? I'd rather not assume. It's probably not warm and calming if it's not instant. CJ, what do I do in my spare time? If I'm not working, lately I've been just either keeping up with YouTube, my subscriptions, or watching Inuyasha. Wyatt, have I ever watched an entire past Q&A after I got uploaded? Not an entire one, no. CJ, are there any sports that I like to play? Not today. Maybe golf, that's the only thing. Wyatt, do I think any of your videos come off as TLDW? Maybe. Well, lesson learned, Wyatt. Like, I do not like long questions. Especially if you deliberately make it harder for me by wanting me to read it slowly. Because lately it seems my goal has been keep these streams going, not stuck on one question for 5 minutes. This is a Q&A for everybody, not just you. CJ, what's my favorite sniper rifle in the Resident Evil series? My favorite sniper rifle in all of the series. It's probably the Dragunov from Resident Evil 5. Feargale, did I hear about RE4 coming to Nintendo Switch? Yeah, I did. That's not surprising at all. 4 is getting ported to everything at this point. Also, do I think this is Capcom catering to the fans who own a Switch since they also ported Remake 004? Possibly. What? My reaction if a third person expresses interest in being a co-host for 104, but they're really not enthusiastic about it, and act dopey and bored the entire stream while they're on it. I'd be like, whatever, man. At least I have a third guest, and like, it would be okay. The other three would keep it going. What's my favorite version of Billy? What? There's only like 2 versions. There's 0, and then there's Umbrella Chronicles. It's probably 0. Am I sad that the mythical Q&A 105 will never happen? Absolutely not. I am happy it's never happening. CJ. See, here's another thing. I don't have to deal with this bullshit nearly as much once they end on a weekly basis. Alright. Keep losing where I'm at. CJ, will I ever get RE3 Remake on Xbox or PS? Most likely PlayStation, since that's what I got RE2 Remake on. What do I reasonably think no one on Earth is doing right now? Grabbing a microphone mic. Grabbing a microphone mic like this and putting it against their eye. No one's doing that right now. Until now, maybe. Feargale, I missed a good opportunity to quote Lucas Baker when Wyatt asked that lewd question. Not that I care, really. You know, to be honest, I don't care to humor Wyatt that much anymore because he's had his fair share of humoring. So that's why I'm a lot more easygoing with everyone else. With Wyatt, I'm like very tough on, cause he's there all the time. So, Night Kid Mexican pizza. You'd rather eat Chinese pizza? Whoa, I'm curious to see what that tastes like, but I don't know. And only then do I finally get to where I put slow mode on. So apparently, I'm still 20 minutes behind. Well, It's what I get for doing it on a Sunday in the middle of the afternoon. I sort of did that on purpose so the most people could view this one, since this is the last standard one. Nova Proud, what do I think of Claire's face in RE2 Remake? Claire's face? Well, I'm glad they made her younger again, and she doesn't look as bad as she did in Revelations 2. Wyatt, start slowly going deaf starting today, or start slowly going blind starting today? No. Blind. Blind. NW, which Resident Evil game... What? If you're asking my favorite, it's Resident Evil 2 Remake. Wyatt, favorite version of Rebecca? Uh... 0. Wyatt, do I think your opening statement was melodramatic? Yeah. It was overdramatic. Dumbest or worst mistake I've made on a Q&A? Like nearly cut my finger on your stupid coffee? Night Kid, who do I think is hot in Harry Potter? The the Patels. Best and worst thing about my most recent Facebook video? I don't care to answer that. Favorite version of a liquor? The super liquors in Resident Evil 2 original. CJ, what's my favorite movie at the moment? At the moment, it is still Interstellar. But I have a feeling it's going to be The Lion King when it comes out. Which Resident Evil game I make a playthrough next, NW? Dead Aim. Wyatt, if while you were co-hosting you put your Switch up to the camera with a non-Resident Evil game running on it, would I be pissed? This would make it so that a non-Resident Evil game would be on the channel. Not really, because these Q&As are the most distant thing on my channel to the series. And all I'd have to do is take your source off. I would just block your source. Because I have the encoder. So I would just make yours invisible and inaudible. So yeah. You can try that, but you wouldn't get away with it very long. U.S. Army, would I rather get busted by BSAA or get busted by Molded trying to wear FBI gear? BSAA. Alright, retracted message from Baby Well. What? My least favorite version of Leon besides Gaiden. Well, who said Gaiden was my least favorite? Operation Raccoon City. Do I prefer short phone charging cables or long ones? Long ones. Tech Monthly, hello. Wyatt, watch a cutscene. Would I watch a cutscene in a future Resident Evil game that was Sheva and you? No. Already lost interest. Glitched Boy, puns. What? How will I react if my RE2 weapons review gets tons of trolls and haters bashing me? I'll delete it and re-upload it. Tech Monthly, would I do a long play of RE Dead Aim? That's kind of my plan after I finally upload RE2 weapons review, is to full play Dead Aim. What? Dual wield Leon's Damnation pistols after the RE5 Reaper apocalypse, or dual wield Alice's short shotguns from Afterlife and the Hunter R apocalypse? Alice's short shotguns. Yeah. Robert Nator. Hey, what's up? Just woke up. Still feel pretty dang drowsy. So here's your first question. Have I seen any endgame memes? You don't mean any spoilers. Yeah, maybe, probably. Yeah, I'm seeing endgame stuff everywhere, so it's going to be difficult for me to avoid any spoilers up until I see it, about 2 weeks from now or so. It's going to be really hard. And I already am aware, apparently there's a very emotional part, and just a lot of things that I just cannot avoid. But if any spoilers are in this chat, that person's going in timeout. What? I have to remember that fixed camera angles were becoming overused in their own time before RE4 came along. I guess so. It's time to bring them back now. Thomas Rechtenwald, you have been playing RE2 Remake like crazy. You love it, but it felt like it twisted the story a bit too much for your taste compared to original, especially the Leon and Ada kiss. The kiss in the remake was weak. Yeah, it was compared to the original. I'll give it that. It was just sudden and while the other one felt a lot more genuine. Wyatt, how terrifying do you think the giant hunter boss enemy would be? A giant hunter boss? That would suck a lot. Wyatt, do I know what my zodiac sign is? Yeah, it's Cancer. I think it's a crab. Wyatt, do I or have I ever read my horoscope? I don't have any interest in those kind of things. Dallas Martinez, would I believe that the zombies in RE2 Remake are strong, hardcore vegans? No. What? Assume Sheva exists in real life. Also assume that I came to possess the heart of Africa. Who would I give? Would I give the heart of Africa to Sheva to win her heart, or give it to my girlfriend? Dude, my girlfriend, obviously. Plus, Sheva's fictional, so yeah. Tech Monthly, favorite RE5 Gold Edition Mercs character? Barry. What's my favorite treasure item in RE4, Glitched Boy? It is the Salazar family crown. What? Most and least favorite thing about my 5th permanent subscriber notice where I announced the Q&As. Thought I already answered that. Yeah, I already answered that. Fairgale, what was my easiest weapon review to make? What was my hardest weapon review? The easiest weapon review, definitely on my channel at least, it was probably Resident Evil 1 weapons review, because there really isn't that many weapons in that one. It's either that or Gaiden. The hardest weapon review was definitely Outbreak, and Outbreak File 2. Tech Monthly, would I want RE4 remake or leave it as is? I don't think RE4 needs a remake. No. Not for a while. Wyatt, El Gigante, Endesu, Orgrimmon versus Evelyn's final form. The trio will win. Javier Hidalgo's final form versus the Malakota's final form. Malakota. Baby Well, if Resident Evil had an anime, what character would I love to see in it? Probably Ada. Wyatt, you never asked me to skip to Resident Evil 4. You only said you couldn't wait until I did that game. Okay. I remember differently. Colin, most ridiculous tyrant. For you, it was Norman in Rev 1. A teleporting tyrant is kind of ridiculous. Maybe. Most ridiculous tyrant? If I think it's Morpheus Duval, really. Glitched Boy, who's the coolest tyrant in my opinion? The coolest tyrant is Nemesis. What? Me with a harpoon gun with one shot versus the Malakota's final form. Malakota's probably gonna win. Orthrus versus Azul. Yeah. I'm looking up the Orthrus real quick. It's a thing from Rev 2. Really? I think the Azul will win. Tech Monthly, do I think Death by Reaper is annoying? Yeah, insta-kill. Okay, I'm actually finally starting to catch up now. 5 Orthruses versus 2 Revenant. 2 Revenant. Robert Nitor, describe Wyatt in 3 words with brutal honesty. brutal honesty, but everything I know. Okay. Supportive. That's obvious. um let's see. Supportive. Annoying. Supportive yet annoying. And I'm not going to say narcissistic, because he's definitely not full of himself. He's more like full of just being number one on my channel. Having trouble coming up with a third adjective for that. For him. Supportive, annoying, persistent. Persistent. Yeah, in both good and bad ways. There you go. Supportive, annoying, persistent. There's one full positive, one full negative, and one full neutral. That's perfect. Alright, now let's continue, because I don't want to slow down now that I'm finally catching up just a little bit. U.S. Army, Neo Umbrella versus Blue Umbrella. Blue Umbrella. What least to most terrifying? Zombie Leon Malakota's final form, U8, Javier Hidalgo's final form, Zombie Lady Hunk. Final thoughts as we head into the final end game. Let's make it fun. Let's make it fun. Alright, but to answer that other question, out of all those, least to most terrifying. Okay, Zombie Leon, Zombie Lady Hunk. Javier Hidalgo's final form, Malakota's final form, and finally U8. Also, my reaction if Hunk had met Lady Hunk at the end of Remake 2's Fourth Survivor and she was revealed to be fully canonical. That would be really interesting. That would be like, okay. As long as they don't make her Rachel like they did in Rev 1. By the way, Wyatt, you got on me about the way I worded Hunk with no points. Well, to debunk yours, in Remake 2, they're fully using Hunk's name without the points. Without the periods. So, either way is acceptable, and you can get off your high horse about that. Firgale, have your iGun videos interested me so far. I only watched the C96 one, Firgale. I was just checking it out, really. I'm not saying your videos suck. You are showcasing guns from the iGun app. I think that's cool. But interested me? Not necessarily. Because I used to own that app, so I got a fair share of hours into it. Who do I think cares more about the official canon and of real-world things like these Q&As? You or me? Well, these Q&As, you care a hell of a lot more about them than I do at this point. But who cares more about the official canon of real-world things? You do. I don't use the term canonicity in real life. I only apply it to media. Robert Nitor. Currently eating some Cocoa Crunch for breakfast. Nice. On that note, what's my favorite cereal? Reese's Puffs. Wyatt, least to most badass. RE4 Leon with riot gun and his RPD uniform. Battered, dirty, soaking wet, but determined. An enraged RE8 Ada as she battles through another nightmare all by herself. And Krauser with an experimental railgun. The enraged Ada, since she doesn't exist yet, so I don't have a definitive opinion. Regardless of how you described her. Krauser with whatever, and then Leon. Tech Monthly, one of my biggest fans. Is there a reason why I'm stopping the Q&A 104? Well, if you didn't hear it earlier, it's because it's my 2-year anniversary, and I personally decided to make it the last weekly one. They're not ending, just so you know. Q&As aren't ending, just the weekly ones. Wyatt, least most sexy? RE6 Ada, Rev 2 Claire, RE5 Sheva, Fongling, and Helena. Least to most sexy. Okay. Definitely Rev 2 Claire. Fongling, Helena, RE6 Ada, then finally RE5 Sheva. Even though there's only one version, you didn't have to say RE5 Sheva. Fairgale, have I seen any of the mods people have made for Claire, Ada, and Leon for RE2 Remake? Yeah, I've seen a few. Glitched Boy, in reference to Tech, I'll let him see that. What? Would I rather watch us? Oh, wow. That's my timer going off. That's the Q&A end right there. So the last question I'm going to read will be, how did I manage to come across the iGun vid? Feargale. So that will be my last question that I answer, is Feargale's question. Alright, so let's go ahead and catch up now. But first I'll go ahead and turn slow mode off now, since we don't need it anymore. That went faster than I thought. I was really engaged in that one. It's good. Alright. So to continue with what I was going to answer, I guess. Wyatt, would I rather watch a super hot sex scene between Ada and Sheva or Claire and Alina? Ada and Sheva. Least to most favorite, laughing with tears emoji, angry emoji, winking face emoji, single tear sad emoji, and eggplant emoji. My god. Least to most favorite. Wink face, single tear, eggplant, angry, and then laughing with tears. Alright. Do I think any of my videos come off as too long, too much? Why are some of your questions getting repeated? What's my favorite version of Ada, CJ? Definitely... RE4. Tech Monthly, Glitch to Glitch Boy, yep. What? Do I think your single dumbest question has ever... What do I think your single dumbest question has ever been over the course of these Q&As? Single dumbest question. I really can't think of it. You've asked quite a few dumb questions over the couple years. It's probably the one that I actually got really... There was one of them that, like, I got really defensive about, and, like, I didn't like you for a second. Have no idea what it was, though. I can't think of anyone in particular. Thomas Wachtenweld, what is Endgame? I'll let someone else answer that if they haven't already, maybe. What do I think your single best question has been over the course of these Q&As? Again, since you've attended these Q&As the most, there's too many questions to remember, and I can't remember any one for either situation, so... You've asked good questions before. Just your questions are so... They're so premeditated, they don't feel real. That's the problem with yours. See, everyone else, I'm pretty sure, is asking on impulse, while yours are premeditated. That's what separates you from everyone else. So I can't really answer that question. Robert Nitor, promise... no spoilers, yep. Yes, I know it's going to be epic. I know that. Well, if World War III broke out and we got drafted, I got drafted to fight in a terrifying form where I knew nothing about what to do, I'd use all the knowledge from the games and war videos I've ever seen and just do what I can, I guess. Night kids, see you in the last stream. I know, last weekly one. Everyone needs to stop saying it's the final Q&A. It's the final weekly Q&A. But is anyone going to watch them after that? You had better. Yeah, if... Right now, I don't plan on ending Q&As ever, but if for some reason the monthly Q&As seem very slow, like not a lot of people attend them, I actually might end those after just 1 year. That's actually something that's going to be lingering around. Is if the Q&As are slow, I'll end them all together. That's what will end them. Alright. Why at least to most deserving of being the only playable character in a numbered title? Ada, Sheva, Billy, Barry, and a revived Wesker. Least to most deserving of being the only playable character in a numbered title? Okay. Revived Wesker. Sheva, Billy, Barry, and Ada. I feel like out of all those, Ada is the most deserving of her own game. Anthony Usury, you meet it barely in playing Code Veronica X, and you're a bit stuck here. Do I remember what I do with the Clement E? The Clement E, if I remember, I forgot if that's a chemical or like a piece in equipment. Let me look it up for you. As soon as I see what it is, I might remember what to do with it. Yeah, it's a Greek letter. I don't know how to pronounce it, but the Clement is a green liquid chemical. It changes color. Okay, so you have to put it in a temperature cabinet, and you have to set the temperature to a specific degree that a certain file actually gives you the answer for. I don't know if you want me to outright spoil what you need to do, but that's what you need to do with it. You need to place it in a storage container that's cooled by temperature, and you need to set the temperature. Anyway, Wyatt, least to most likely to beat Joe Baker in a fistfight. RE5 Chris, RE4 Leon, RE6 Ada, RE5 base form Wesker, and RE1 fully human Wesker. Least to most likely to beat Joe Baker. Okay. RE6 Ada. RE1 fully human Wesker. RE4 Leon, RE5 base form Wesker, and RE5 Chris. I feel like RE5 Chris has the best chance. What? KMF, Lisa Trevor, female Alberto, and female Birkin G Monster. Ugh. I'm killing the female Birkin G Monster, because I really can't do with it anything with that at that point. I'm marrying Lisa Trevor, and I'm screwing the Algarador female. Why? It's sex 10 times with Lena, or everything is sex right now. Why? 6 times with Helena, or 5 BJs from Sheva. 5 BJs from Sheva. Get devoured by the Remake 2 Sewer Crocodile, or get devoured by the Malakota, or neither. Neither, since that's an option. Robert Nitor, you remember that in my RE5 weapon review that I forgot to test the Magnums on professional mode. How pissed was I? You remember censoring myself cussing on the commentary, even though it was very low. You wouldn't have even been able to hear it if I didn't put the bleep in there. I was pretty ticked, but I was like, you know what, whatever, I'll just move on. I'll just go forward with it. Alright, you just sent me a Facebook message of an image of 2 cars, cars 1 and 2. Which one would I choose to own and drive for the rest of my life if I had to? Oh, really? Where is it? I haven't received the message yet. I never received them. Alright, choose from the following 2 loadouts to survive the extinction's super zone. Now they pop in. Okay, well, so these are the 2 cars in question. The one on the bottom. Alright, 2 loadouts to survive the extinction's super zombie glass apocalypse. Yikes. An AAC Honey Badger assault rifle. The keys to an armored truck 5 miles away, an RE7's defense coin, or a Heckler XM8. Which you've asked before. The keys to an armory filled with every shotgun in the world, and plenty shotgun ammo 3.5 miles away, and 1 RE7 strong first aid med. The second loadout. Alright, the QTS-11 assault rifle, or the Silver Shadow Gilboa assault rifle to survive the Capapio Novistador Rascal Pange. That's a lot of enemies to have to deal with. That's basically a typical zombie outbreak of a Resident Evil verse, dude. But anyway, QTS-11. Let's see what that looks like. Okay. Or Silver Shadow Gilboa. Definitely the Silver Shadow. Alright, Glitched Boy, what was the weirdest dream I've had? I don't really know. U.S. Army. Assault rifle for special tactics, or the MPAF, machine pistol accurate fire? Special tactics. Wyatt, persistent. You prefer dedicated and loyal. Well, it's also negative sometimes, so persistence better fit. Robert Nitor, son of a gun, Wyatt called it. Nah. You're literally talking to the game creator of the Star Fox games on Twitter. Wow. Fergal, how did I manage to... Alright, last question. How did I manage to come across the iGun vid anyway? Well, because 10 plus years ago, back when I was beginning high school, I had an iPod Touch, and I wanted some gun apps. Because I liked guns. I still do. So, I came across the app. Alright, so that's going to end the final regular Q&A for all intents and purposes. So that was fun. A couple of moments where Wyatt ticked me off, but whatever. It's to be expected at this point. Hopefully there's not too many of those in the next and final Q&A, man. But we'll see. Alright, so hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys. The weapon review is definitely not going to be done before the next one, so I'm not even going to fret. But I'll have a new microphone before then, and I will see you guys in the final weekly Q&A. It's going to be epic. It's going to be 4 hours long. I'll review that detail if I haven't already. And of course, I plan on featuring Wyatt again and Man of Muff like I've done a couple times, and hopefully, by the sound of it, we might be featuring Fergal the Fearless as the third guest, as the fourth Q&A host. So, yeah. We'll be working that out right after this. Alright guys, peace out. I'll see you guys in that Q&A. This is Shankster94, aka The Gamer Shanker. Shankster. Rate, come, subscribe. Follow these links. Facebook, Twitter, Patreon. Shout out to Wyatt Shatron for being my one and only patron. Alright. See you guys.